No one expected exactly what would happen, but anyone who's been paying close attention understands that there are many signals that something was in the air. First, there are several popular uprisings that have taken place in the last 10 years, not just in the Arab world, but also in Iran and other places as well, because they all share a common problem, which is a neoliberal capitalist system that thins out the middle, polarizes the population, and increases poverty. And so there have been 3,000 strikes in Egypt in the last 10 years or so. There have been organizations that have been set up to expose government violence against the people, human rights organizations, and so on and so forth. And everybody was waiting to see what would happen when Mubarak either dies or resigns, because he is an old man. And the issue of transition from Mubarak to something else has been an issue of discussion among intellectuals and policymakers for at least 3-4 years. And we understand from WikiLeaks that the United States government and Israel have held broad discussions on the transition from Mubarak. And this is how Omar Suleiman's name and Tantawi's name came up. One came up as the hatchman and the other one came up as the poodle. These are the words that were used. So Omar Suleiman was the enforcer, head of the spy master. He was the person who was seen as the strongest ally of Israel, the strongest stand against Iran, the strongest pro-US sentiment, and he was the favored successor. Tantawi, who was head of the military, was considered someone who is a puppet of Mubarak. And here we are. The only person that they did not consider was, of course, the Egyptian people themselves as the main actors in this drama. And the Egyptian people have ruined the calculations of all the policymakers. And they, I'm sure, will continue to undermine our own calculations, because this is a bottom-up movement, not one that is led by a few elite. So we all expected something will happen in Egypt when Mubarak leaves, but I don't think anybody expected a popular revolution would force him to go before he was ready.